Monday Morning Jolt. Let's get started. Shirona?
Good morning. Today we have Julie Eckert Clancy. Did I say it right?
You did.
She is the owner, president of Josephiel. Can you say?
Jophiel.
Jophiel. And I have heard so much about you from Kris. I don't know you very much, but Kris says that you are such a dynamic, wonderful person. So if you're watching it today, hopefully you will see some of that personality of her.
Ooh, let's be careful.
Of her. And tell us, Julie, what do you do?
I own Jophiel. It's a women's clothing store located in Covington Plaza. It's on the southwest end of Fort Wayne.
But according to Kris, this is the place for women clothing.
Well, of course, I would like to think it is the place for women's clothing. We've been in business now 16 years, and so it's been a process of growth over all those years. And I like to purchase very individual things for our individual customers and carry lines that aren't carried everywhere else.
Thank you.
And I think one of the things that I would say sets her store and her team apart is their service and how they look at the whole person and they put everything together for
Thank you.
them. Based on that person's needs. If you're work outside the home or if you entertain, whatever it is, they'll put everything together, which is wonderful. I love it. So why are Mondays great for you?
I look at Mondays as a new start every week. Obviously, the week starts on Sunday, but I look at it as an opportunity. If something wasn't quite going right, I can take a new approach to it. There's always an opportunity to begin anew. And that's pretty much how I look at Mondays.
And do you do anything special to kick off your Mondays?
Well, let's say that I don't know if I do in the store itself, but personally, yes. I definitely take time every Monday morning to prepare myself mentally for my work. Mm-hmm.
That's something interesting because I believe if you prepare yourself to a certain stage, then you'll do better. If you always think that Monday is bad, it's going to be bad because that's what your expectations is. So that's interesting that you mentioned that that your state of mind or your planning or that takes you along along to the greatness.
Absolutely.
What advice would you give others on how to make their Mondays great and how to start their week, or just any business advice? I know you, like everybody else, in your 16 years, you've seen ups and downs and difficult times and better times, and you've always figured out a way to get you and your business and your customers through this time. So tell us what advice you'd give.
Well, it would be going back to probably that mental preparation, or if you want to call it spiritual preparation. I think that some would, say that that's what it is. But over all these years, I've realized that, the responsibility for the success of the business isn't really mine. It is up to a much higher power. And when I learn to listen and do what I know is right, good things come from that. And expectations are met. And a path is open during a difficult time that you might not have thought of. And that, lifting the responsibility from off your own shoulders really lets that burden fall away and lets you move forward into good.
Let me put it this way. I believe that when you open yourself, you receive. So is that what you were saying? Or?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the other thing that Julie does, because I know her so well, is that she gives to others. She gives back to the community. She supported this Buy Local campaign in many ways and got all that started in the community. She gives back to nonprofit organizations and supports them. So she's very active. She's very giving as well. So I think that also comes back to you
Absolutely.
in many ways.
It does. It does.
So do you have an adage or philosophy by which you live?
When I first went into business and when I was first even working in management, my father was one of my good mentors. He was a superintendent of schools. And he always said to just think of the golden rule every time you're trying to make a decision. And I go back to that a lot and think, okay, if I made this decision and was on the other end, how would I feel about that decision? And that has really helped me. And I've also found out when I don't do that, it doesn't work out very well. So I try to use that philosophy.
All right, and so how, just to move into the superpower area I talked to you about before, what superpower, if you could pick one, which one would you pick?
Power. Oh. I don't even know if I know what all the superpowers are.
You can make one up.
Oh, goodness.
I always wanted to be able to read people's minds. I thought that would
see
be
that?
really interesting. But it might be scary too. So.
I certainly don't want to do that.
I know. Superpower. I guess it would probably be something with, unbounding strength. Or because strength can be not only physical
Yes.
but mental, and I would probably choose something like that.
And I know you well, but I know there are things I don't know about you. So we want to know we want you to tell the viewers something about you that they don't know, even close friends. A surprise, if there is anything, which I'm sure everybody's got one.
Thinking about something like that, so many people know the other hobbies or interests that I have.
You sing?
I sing, I love to play golf. I mean, most of my customers know if I'm not there in the summer, that's where I'm at.
Does everybody know you got a hole in one?
No, not everybody would know that. Got a hole in
Yes.
one last summer during the
Yeah.
championship tournament. So that would be a good thing.
There you go.
So anyway, I would like to thank Julie for coming and joining us today.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I want to let the audience know, the people who come on this show, they are one of the most fantastic people in Fort Wayne, and they're exceptionally talented at what they do. And use them and talk to them. And please tell us how people can get hold of you to do business with you. Your
Okay.
website, your phone
Right,
number.
absolutely.
Everything.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, we do have a website. It's www.jofiel.com. Through that, you can actually even email us, or you can email us directly at sales@jofiel.com. And we are located at Covington Plaza, which is on West Jefferson Boulevard, not too far from the Lutheran Hospital area. And our phone number is 260-436-8338, and we are happy to help you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Julie. This is Monday Morning Jolt. Use it.